Rick, it's your Uncle Raul. I'm in San Fernando. I came to the clinic over here to get my prescriptions on my blood pressure medication, but I'm standing here where your pops used to live and your mom. You got back in 1965 when your brother was born. They got an apartment here on Hollister and Callister Street, and they lived here in this apartment. I believe it's got a few units in here, but the one particular one that they lived at was 1311 Hollister. And there it is right there. I don't know if you can see that little kind of a canopy. Hopefully they won't say anything if I come in here and just film this. But they live, oh boy, oh, he's tied up. There's a dog over here. See this bottom apartment they didn't live in. They lived on the top. You see that little balcony there, but you got some couple of trees kind of obliterating there. You can't really film it, but I'll come around here. Do me a favor and ask your father why they moved from here to another apartment over on by an alley. You know, for some reason they. But see, there it is. You can see it a little better. That window. See that window there, with that tree on the left, right? That window. That was their room there. There was their living room, I believe. Then you have the bedroom back on the back, I believe. Just trying to remember. I believe when your dad bought me the Rubber Soul Beatles album for Christmas, 1965, and I think by then they were living. They lived here briefly because in Christmas 1965. We celebrated Christmas at your pops, you know, at his house, and he got me that Rubber Soul album by the Beatles. Man, I was just blown away by that. And that apartment, I'll see. Maybe I'll walk over there. It's not far away, and I'll just show you that to you, so you can show it to your dad. Your dad hasn't been here in years, but here they got that tortilleria right there, Corona. I believe La Corona. They were here back then, I believe. But you know, I was looking at some apartments. Here I am on Callister. Man, this was littered with bars, dude. Back then, man, you come down here, like going toward Laurel Canyon, nothing but bars. And then that's where you got into Mission Hills a little bit, maybe. But they built these apartments over here. I'm getting close to Carrillo's restaurant, where we used to get our tamales and menudo and stuff. They made some ugly ass apartments here. I don't know, the layout is just so unimaginative. Like the one that your dad lived in, that was built in 1946, the year your dad was born. Can you believe that? How the coincidence that your dad was born in 46 in Mazatlan, and he moves into an apartment, you know, in 1965, into an apartment that was built the same year that he was born. But see, they built this particularly this one in the corner here. It's just an ugly ass apartment, the way it's laid out. And I can't believe they built this in 1964 when the Beatles, you know, when I became a Beatle fanatic. And I go to down record store. I don't remember this apartment being here, but see, they used to have houses here. This is what I hate when they do development, when they tear down beautiful, you know, craftsman homes, because we used to have a lot of craftsman homes with wood sidings. You can ask your father. And as the years went by, they started going into using stucco. You know, I hate stucco. But here's Carrillo's, the rear entrance to Carrillo's restaurant, and you'll see this apartment over here around the corner. It has no imagination. I mean. See, I try to get a room here. I wanted to rent. See, this place is for senior citizens here on the corner of Pico and Callister. Beautiful building. See, and then I was born around the corner. And it's like $1,200 a month, and I can't swing it, man. You know, that's just too much money. But it's a beautiful complex. It'd be nice to come back here and die. You know what I mean? I was born around the corner in that little duplex, and then come back here. And here's Carrillo's here. And see, like, look at this apartment. It's just, No imagination. It looks an awful concept, you know what I mean, the way they put this thing together. Ugly ass apartment. They put this up in 1964. The place that I was born in, it was knocked down in the 71 earthquake. Matter of fact, since I have some time, I'm waiting for my medication. They said be a half hour, so I'm kind of wandering around here. I like coming out here because I feel like I'm at home. You know, I was born here. And well, the big ugly thing that they did that I didn't like is when they put this fucking supermarket here. This used to be a big parking lot right here. When they opened, it was called Value Plus. And I thought it was the most stupidest, idiotic idea ever. That they would put a dock. Look at this, Ricky. Can you imagine living across the street and having to listen to these trucks roll in the morning? Back when I was a boy, this street was wide open. Celis, where I was born, you can talk to your dad, used to run all the way to Fox Street. You don't believe that? You know where Fox is? It went all the way over Brand, you know. Here, they put this stupid mall here. This was a big parking lot. It had a donut shop on the left-hand side. Like, in other words, let me show you an example. There's only one house left from when I was a boy. And I'm glad these people have taken care of it. It still has a wood siding. Frankie used to live there, my friend Frankie. He's the one that introduced me to the Beatles. His brother, I think was named Dennis. I forget his brother's name. He says, "Hey, Raul, man, this is a new group called the Beatles. My brother, he went into the military, and I could go into his room. You want to see them? He's got a poster of them." Sure, man, check it out, you know. And there's the Beatles sitting there right in that Desmond Hoffman picture where they're wearing their collarless suits. Well, here it is. Look, this is the old street, man. Old Celis. And the reason it's named Celis, there was a wealthy Spaniard named Eulogio de Celis, who one day I'll talk to you about him. But see, this house is still left. This is Frankie's house. It's a beautiful home. See, they've maintained it. Here's where your pops used to live with us when he moved here, when he immigrated in 1962. This was the old, see, there's that address, 1320. That's where I was born, right? But this is not what it looked like. I mean, it was a wood siding. It was a duplex. And they wound down there, see where that little pooch is, all the way down and around the corner through the back. You had like maybe 8 units. Lucy used to live here, Lucy Alvarez. And see, this street, it was wonderful because, and then this, you had the Fox Market right here. You had a laundromat on the corner. Victor, our friend, used to live on the corner of some duplexes. And then right here, you had the supermarket, Fox Market right here. And then you could go all the way straight down the street. You could see J.C. Penney. And they put this ugly damn mall, supermarket, and that whole. I mean, it's not. They could have done this without shutting down the street. You know, they could have just put the supermarket the way Safeway was. Safeway was facing Carrillo's, and I don't have a picture of that, but we used to walk up this street. And on the right was the supermarket. It was on the corner of San Fernando Mission and Celis. I don't understand how they could have even conceived of the idea to do such a stupid, ugly thing like that. And then to put the dock